They're assisting here for the Cascais Women's Pro, and Lakey Peterson's got a birthday coming up. What would she like? Probably her second World Tour win. 20 years old, coming on 21 soon, September 30th, up against Tatiana Weston-Webb, another charger at 19. Phenomenal surfer, number 8 in the world, and Alessa Quizon. Now she is number 6 in the QS, so she needs a big result here.
Well, I think for Lakey, you know, when you do look back at the beach, you're trying to find that lineup spot. I think she would have had some time surfing this break. You can see a lot of water pulling and moving around. You see she's going to strike first blood here.
And on her backhand attack, Lakey Peterson. Oh, she looks like she's really warmed up. The wave kind of runs away from her, but she gets a hit. She gets on the board. She'll drop to that third priority. As we take a look at a couple of first scores, Lakey Peterson, really a solid move on her backhand at 3.60. And then that quick one, every time they kind of give it a go, they've got to get a score. 18 surfers, 27 heats, rounds 1 and 3 are non-elimination heats, and they are critical. As we take a look at Alessa Quizon, she starts off. And the goofy footer from Makaha gets a couple of nice turns in, finds a nice little left. And she's from a location where there's some beautiful rides, but on her forehand, she is aggressive. Waianae High School graduate on the World Tour doing her thing. This is her second year. Not bad.
Yeah, that was not bad. I mean, Alessa, really, you could see the urgency in her surfing, which I like from her. You know, when she stood up on her board, she wanted to get going. She was hunting down those sections, so I like that from her as we just watch this replay. Quick to her feet, she eyes off that section, snapped into the pocket, snaps it again. That wave kind of has a lot of bump up the face, a lot of backwash, and she moved quite well on that wave for what it offered.
Well, in the amateur ranks, she used to surf for Team Hawaii for years and years. Lots of different coaching from family and friends and the great Hawaiian coaches over there. She gets back in the lineup because she's still moving. Here is Tatiana Weston-Webb. Now the goofy footer, backhand attack. And she gets kind of hung up on the top, but she gets down it. She gets one move. Remember the one move for Lakey Peterson at 3.60? Tatiana, though, we're waiting for her second wave score. Alessa's first wave score comes through at a 4.0. So a couple of more turns, some aggressive surfing. And priority with Lakey Peterson. It's actually looking pretty good here. Lakey up and riding, committing to her second wave. First one at 3.60. And she has given it all, 100% effort in this wave, and the closeout section snaps it. Well, you don't want to make any mistakes, and she gave it her all, and she definitely outpowered. She made something out of that wave.
Yeah, I like the way that, you know, she made that concerted effort. She noticed there was a corner on that wave. I think that's what's going to be crucial today, is finding those corners, because that's going to, you know, you find that little bit of a pocket and you know that it's going to hold up and give you 3 maneuvers. And that's, you know, we mentioned Lakey doing one move and getting the 3.6 as we just watch her paddle into this one. Eyes out that section, squares off the shoulders, comes off the top, straight into this carving maneuver. And then you can see she's going to find a little bit of power source here and just hits it off the top there. So 3 maneuvers from Lakey, a bit of a smaller wave, but I think that's really going to put her in a strong position in this heat.
Has 19 minutes and 55 seconds remaining, and taking the first priority is Alessa Quizon on her first wave of 4.0. So the left seemed to be the go for it wave. We did see Tatiana on the right, but Lakey Peterson gets a wave, and we've got 5 judges there. High and low scores are thrown out. A perfect score is 10. Don't see a lot of those. Well, right now she's paddling back in the lineup. Let's take a look at Lakey's 617.
Here we go. We see her just, you know, maneuvering around Tatiana Weston-Webb, and they cut back and maneuver. I think this is really where that got the maneuver that got the judges' attention. That hit off the top there for Lakey. Gets that 617 in her scoreline, coupled with a 3.60, and she is in the lead at the moment. Hunting down another corner. She's going to stay busy in this heat.
And here, well, look at this. Two girls, one wave. Priority would be with our surfer in blue, but there's no problem right there. Lakey pulls out. Here's Alessa Quizon. She'll open up with a 4.0. Goes for a big move and's got to ride out of that, and she does. Very aggressive. And is there a reform to the inside? Well, not right now, but as the tide pushes through, there'll be a lot more wave to ride. Instead of looking for the juice, there's going to be plenty of juice this afternoon. They're going to be looking to scrub off speed. Right now they're trying to generate speed.
Yeah, you can see the way that she works that board rail to rail. That board looks like it's got a lot of volume up the nose, so that when she pushes her weight forward, it gives her that extra acceleration. As we see her paddling into this one, you see her just trying to line up a couple maneuvers, working so well in these flat sections. Alessa Quizon staying busy, and like I mentioned, really aggressively trying to produce those scores, putting all the effort into these waves. She's really looking to get a straight shot into round number 3.
Tatiana Weston-Webb's needing a pretty big score. It's all about the win here. It's not about coming in second or third. Tatiana, wave number 3, and she's found a nugget. Beautiful turn. Another snap really releases that tail. And a quick hit off the white water in the closeout section. So the little advantage of being a goofy footer on that wave, she read that all the way down the line very well. And we've got a close heat on our hands right now.
We do. I really like the rail work from Tatiana Weston-Webb on that last wave. I mean, really making sure that she utilizes the rail of that surfboard and holding the line. The judges like to see you hold the line and not break it, so she did a great job of that, getting a little bit hung up in the lip, but we're going to watch the replay. Paddles into this wave on her forehand. Smooth style, and then just smooth carving maneuver like that. Little bit of tail slide maneuver there. Holding that rail, like I mentioned, just looking so graceful on her board. So Tatiana Weston-Webb really getting started as we look at the water angle of this wave. Watch that rail go through the water. You see part of her fin. She comes up again, slides the tail out, and then eyes off this last section. So Tatiana, I think that was a really good wave from her.
It's a really good camera work. Obviously putting it on rail and doing a big wrap, and you're going to get some scores. So anxious to see that. Alessa Quizon, second wave, a 5.17. Now she's looking for a 4.61. Your leader, Lakey Peterson, in red. Top seed at number 5, 20-year-old out of Santa Barbara, who is spending time and semi-relocated to San Clemente, which a lot of Brazilians do. As we take a look, fog off in the distance near the Cape. As we take a look, we pan left, and our 3 surfers in the lineup. Well, the last wave for Tatiana Weston-Webb, a 5.60. The last wave for Alessa Quizon, a 5.17. We've got a 6.17 for Lakey Peterson. It is a really tight battle right now. Lakey in the lead by just 0.6 of a point.
Yeah, you know what? It's great to see down here the support of all the coaches for the women. Bianca's down here with Matthias, Maddie Bemrose with Coco Ho down there, and Teresa's with her coach down in the corner watching it very intently. It's great to see the support from the coaches. There's family members down here with Nikki Van Dyke, and that feeling of comfort is what they're giving them, and a reassurance of where to be in the lineup. So to see them down here watching it and very intently just trying to get this lineup mastered, it's such a hard place to figure out where to be on these sides.
Hey, Strider, is anybody up high or off on a location as we take a look at Lakey Peterson, and she needs this nice little float and comes down, but she was running down the line as fast as she can. She had to commit, and so scores are coming in. They don't come in instantly. It's not like a field goal in a football game, you know, if you scored or not. It's going to take a while. So 8 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. Peterson, Quizon, and Weston-Webb. We got one more score to come through for Tatiana Weston-Webb, a 4.50, and she takes the lead by the slimmest margin. However, Lakey had that runner, correct?
Yes.
So Lakey, did that help her out? And a 4th wave score coming through Lakey. For Lakey, as Alessa Quizon's been very selective, but her 2 scores are fairly solid for mid-range, so she's still in the hunt as well. And it doesn't look like it's going to change things up, as we've got 7:30 on the clock, and they're going to get the news that Tatiana Weston-Webb is leading by 0.40. Beautiful stuff. Tatiana Weston-Webb still waiting. Well, look, the last wave score for Lakey Peterson, a 2.17. And they're throwing out a 1.7 and a 3.0. So the judges, their 3 middle scores are average 2.17. Lakey needs a 4.0. Alessa needs a 5.01. 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
I think it's really important for the ladies to kind of quieten out all the noise and really get into their own headspace of competing and just enjoying the moment and where they are.
Wow, that might have been a gift for Alessa Quizon right there, because she was looking at the wave, had inside position, but with priority Lakey Peterson. Lakey jumps on it, that wave not working out. And it looks like she's playing no defense. She's on the corner to the far right. Take a look at our surfer in the white, looking to just seal the deal here. And she drops in. Nice adjustment. Unfortunately, what looked to be a good wave was far from perfect, and it did look good, but it shaped up in that bank. Very shallow right there. Closes out quickly. Now the option. Alessa Quizon, if you're from Hawaii and you've been cheering on this young lady, here she goes. Her opportunity to score a 5.01 and maybe get out of this heat and move to round 3. Couple of nice turns.
Yeah, she got off 2 nice turns, even working this one through the inside, trying to find that double up. But Alessa Quizon needing that 5.0 with those 2 turns. Let's see what the judges will deem this as. She took off on a really crisp looking wave. It had a bit of foam on it, but you could tell it had that power as it was standing up at her. So we'll have a little look at the replay and see.
I was trying to read her facial expression. She didn't look that happy with the wave.
She didn't. She had that little head shake there. I think, oftentimes for Alessa, she can be her own worst enemy. I don't think, her surfing and her talent is so, you can tell how beautifully she surfs. She's just amazing. But she needs to be more confident in herself and in her own ability as we watch her on this wave. Hits that one off the top. Nice speed carried through. Another great move. So 2 good moves there.
Let's take a look. One more score to drop through. This is going to be an exciting finish. 1:20 on the clock. Tatiana Weston-Webb is our leader for how long? One more score, and we might have a new leader going from 3rd to 1st. Standing by, looking for Alessa if she gets a 5:01. Important wave for her right now. Here is Tatiana Weston-Webb, who has just dropped to 2nd. Tati needs a 5.85. She doesn't know it, and she's lost priority. Now Lakey Peterson needs a 5.28. They're probably relaying that right now. Nuno Genet, our beach commentator, who speaks 19 different languages, is telling the ladies out in the lineup, here's the situation. So a big flip-flop, big advantage for Alessa Quizon. Great move on her part. She's 21 years of age, out of Makaha, the island of Oahu. And there's the Hawaiian right there. She is in the lead. This is exciting moments for her. She's number 15 in the ranking, number 6 in the QS, and I believe we've just heard a horn, and that is it. And a sigh of relief, and she wipes her face like Sonny Garcia, says, yes, I've done it.
Such a good feeling, just getting that round number 1 heat out of the way, skipping that round 2. Alessa can just, breathe that sigh of relief and just be stoked that she's on through to round 3.
There you go. Our non-top seed right here comes from behind. Alessa Quizon makes it through. Coming up next, it's going to be a good one. Buitendag, Manuel, and Aniver as we continue from Portugal. We're live.